It's Alea Antoine. You're listening to Tease podcast.
Everyone loves the tease. Stop.
But don't get too excited. In your 20s, you're going to get the urge to move to a new city. It is very important that you follow through with that. But in your 20s, someone will ask to move in with you rent-free. It is very important that you say no. Everyone, and welcome to Tease podcast. Happy Tuesday, bitches. Oh, or should I say happy Tuesday, you ho-ho-hos. Guys, today is the Tuesday before Christmas, and I am feeling honestly completely depleted. I always think that I made strides in therapy, that I've really come to, that I'm becoming the best version of myself. I'm like, wow, I am healed of all trauma. Like, I don't have to ever go to therapy again. And then boom, December comes and the amount that I regress is ridiculous. I don't know what it is. And I'm like, okay, it can't be seasonal. Maybe it is seasonal, but something about like the winter vibes just like really like it does something it does something to the soul that's just not right. Like it's supposed to be the holidays, we're supposed to have the best time, but like I think that we all as a collective have started telling each other the truth. Like sometimes this is the most stressful time of my life. And being one of the long distance children, I know that it's especially difficult for us. I feel like no one really talks about how when you live away from like the rest of your family and you're going home for the holidays, how like it doesn't, I think that people think that it fits like a Cinderella shoe. You know what I mean? Like you're back, everything's back to normal, and it's how it's supposed to be. But the weird part about living in another city, another state from the rest of your family is like one, you don't know what's going on all the time. You have no idea about the little things. Like you're out of the loop. You're literally out of the loop. You don't know what any of the inside jokes mean. They could all be making fun of you and you wouldn't know it because like you're not in the loop. And then when you do get there, like it's not really your space anymore. And I'm someone where I like my space. And so you kind of like in a weird way, like are less relaxed than you are when you're at home. Like the beginning of this week, I kid you not, Monday to Wednesday, I did nothing. Like I barely left my house, maybe went to the store, but like overall, I was spending honestly an unhealthy amount of time indoors. And I think that it was because I knew like, hey, in a couple of days, I'm not going to be here and I am not going to be like the same peace and space and vibe that I've created in my own home. I'm not going to have that. Everything is going to be go, go, go. You're going to be in someone else's place. Oh, I hate living out of a suitcase. I hate living out of a suitcase so much. Like, you know, like when you use all your travel stuff, like for some reason I get the biggest ick when my travel stuff gets wet. Like I sometimes would just want to throw away stuff because I'm like, ew, like it got wet, you know what I mean? And like I don't know, that was like completely off track, but like I don't like that. And you're like carrying a whole shower bag like you're in a dorm to the shower. Oh, but like it's actually like less relaxing than it is when you're at home. You know what I mean? And then I think also just like it's hard because like everyone expects something of you if you're like the person that moved away. You know what I mean? Like you never can actually do enough in people's eyes. So you feel like I saw this TikTok and it was like being the black sheep, but also the example at the same time. It's like people in your family like may look up to you or think that you're really cool or like you may be inspiring to them because you were able to move away and you did that on your own and that's really hard to do. But at the same time that there's admiration, like there can also be resentment. And it's like, oh, you think you're better than us. Like you moved. And not all of these things are my personal experience with being like the long distance kid. But I'm like putting together stuff that I hear from my friends, stuff I've seen on reality TV. Like people, you live far away from home and people think that you think that you're better than them. And like they kind of treat you in a way to where it's like, envy matched with a little bit of jealousy matched with like you're gonna get a lot of backhanded compliments and it's crazy because in your new city you're like completely normal. Like if you ask your friends in your new city, tell me about you, they're gonna be like, oh, she's this, and it's like pretty normal. But when you go home everyone from home is like, oh, she's over the top, or she likes to be away. Like there's like a completely different description of you as a person because you just like don't fit in where you came from anymore. You know what I mean? Like as much as you can still have those roots, like Texas will always be where I'm from, and like I do feel like at home there in a way. I will never be the same person that I was since I lived there because I moved. Like when you move to a new city, like people don't talk about how like that shit changes you. Like moving to a new city will change you. This is my second city that I've lived in. Actually, technically my third city, second state that I've lived in, and I just hit a year in Vegas. Woohoo! 2025 was my first full on year in Vegas, like the full January to December. And it's so crazy because I do not think I'm the same person I was when I got here. Like if I feel like if you were to look at the podcast episode from this time last year, I probably looked completely different. Like, oh my God, let's start off with the obvious. Like, my hair is like brown now. I used to say I was never gonna dye my hair away from red. I literally had red hair last year and I loved the red, but it's like something about when you live in a place you start getting influenced. There's still a red undertone, like it's a copper brown, but it's definitely not like red. It's definitely more towards the browns, you know what I mean? I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm wearing a nose stud instead of a nose dangle. I have red, like these are my natural nails and they're just shaped in almond. I don't know. I feel like Vegas has kind of like made me like a little bit more towards the not necessarily clean girl aesthetic, but like I don't know, like it's just kind of like maturing my style. That's what it is. It's maturing my style. Like if anything, like dress more slutty since living here, but it's like in a hot, mature, slutty way. You know what I mean? Like I feel like whenever I lived in Seattle and when I lived in Texas, like I always wanted to dress like how I do now, but I just didn't know how to execute it. Like I have some outfits that I could wear on an everyday thing in Vegas that if I packed it to go home, I would look like where the fuck does she, where is she walking from? You know what I mean? And so I feel like I like am finally coming in too because like I get to have the actual style that I want here. So I'm not really like overdoing it, expressing it in like my normal appearance. You know what I mean? Like I'm finally wearing the clothes that I want. So I don't need to like do the most with my hair or my piercings and this stuff because like I get to present myself already how I want to. The other stuff is just to like really like highlight it and be like the sprinkles, the cherry on top, you know what I mean? But no, like literally I feel like living in Vegas has changed me. I feel like way more of a hustler. I'll give you that. Like these Vegas girls like do not play with a Vegas girl. Like I definitely came here and I still had like my naiveness. I would still like get walked over. Like I was like very more like meek and mild, you know what I mean? And that's saying a lot because I thought that I was kind of like let's get it poppin'. Looking at me now to then, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I am so glad that I'm not walking around the world like that anymore. Like Vegas, not only does it toughen you up, but like it teaches you how to be like a go-getter. Like Vegas is full of go-getters. Like people in Vegas aren't okay with doing nothing. Like people in Vegas, I feel like even if it's maybe not in the best way, like they're always like reaching for the next shiny thing. And sometimes that could be a bad thing, but it does like, it definitely isn't a place where you get like static in one thing and you're not really fond of that and you don't have any aspirations. Like it leaves you chasing. It leaves you chasing because someone's always doing better than you. Someone's always doing better than you. And I think that when you use that as more of like a motivator instead of like getting jealous and envy, then like that really helps. You know what I mean? But from living in Vegas, like some things that like are also different, or I feel like just the way that I see the world, the way that I see other humans, like Vegas is an adult playground. So to see people how they act at their most unfiltered has really changed my perception on humans. Like, oh my gosh, to all my straight people out there, good luck. Like, I can't imagine marrying a man. After living in Vegas, I'm like, like, no, I could never, you know what I mean? And it definitely connects you to your feminine side. And I thought I was already connected to my feminine side, and now I'm like deep in it. Like, I'm so in my feminine era, like, I love it. I honestly love it. It lets you be soft but assertive at the same time. Like in Vegas, you really learn the balance and the art of being soft, feminine, divine feminine, even a dark femininity too. You know what I mean? Like you learn to balance the softness with the dark femininity. So like, I don't know, it kind of teaches you how to kind of put on the front to get what you want. Like it teaches you what schools, what like nothing else will ever teach you. This is what when they have street smarts, it teaches you how to finesse. It teaches you how to get in certain spaces. It teaches you how to manifest because like you can manifest so much more here because like there's so many available opportunities. You know what I mean? And we're so close to Cali. Like it's just like I know that people don't call Vegas the West Coast, but I think that like when you live in Vegas, like you're more connected to West Coast than you are to any other place because like I don't know what goes on in the rest of Nevada. People in Vegas don't really like travel around the state. Like it's not like Texas where you're like going city to city. It's like you're literally just like in these walls that are covered by a really crazy, scary desert. Yeah, no. So it's always weird. Like, this is the first time that I'm going home after living in Vegas. And I feel like I've completely changed as a person, like, more than I did when I was in Seattle. I feel like Seattle changed me. And I feel like Vegas is like molding me. You know what I mean? Like, Seattle changed me. Like, it fucked me up. But, like, in like a, you know, this is the real world type of way. And Vegas is like molding me into like, I think the adult that I'm going to end up becoming. So it's going to be very interesting to see like how I fit in Texas. I've been having like a lot of anxiety about it. I don't know what it is because like every year I think, yep, I've healed my wounds. I've healed my past. Like I'm okay with it. And then I have to go to San Antonio and I'm like, no, like I don't know, like it really sets me back. It sets me back. Like a part of me is like super excited for Christmas and all that, and a part of me is like, oh my gosh, like you know what I mean? It's not that long, da 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 da. But like it's obviously gonna like be fun to see like family, see old friends and everything, and that you just like really can't put a price on. But I do want to see like how I interact and vibe with everyone. Like I wonder. I'm like so curious. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm very interested. I feel like just living in a new city like really alters your brain chemistry. Like it just makes you think different. You become your city and like you become more connected with it because it's like you chose it. It wasn't chosen for you. You know what I mean? And you had to work extra hard to fit in when you don't know anyone else who lives there. You know what I mean? So like you really curated it. Like I really curated Vegas. Whereas like in Texas, it wasn't like I curated it. It was like where I grew up. Like half of the people that I know, it's like not by some random coincidence. It's because like I was put into certain spaces where that was what was supposed to happen. But like here, it's like, wow, like I'm really watching the universe, my manifesting like at play. So yeah, it definitely like changes the way that like you see the world, the way you see people around you. Like I think moving also just like makes you realize how big the world actually is. Like it's so big and so small at the same time. Like when you move cities, it may not even be like a big move. It could just be like a little state hop, little 4 hours away. But you realize and you start to think, I can go anywhere. Like now I don't see distance as something that's so bad. You know what I mean? Like, why don't we just like go on a trip? It seems a lot more realistic to travel around the world now than it did when I like lived in my hometown because like you actually are popping your bubble. You're literally popping your bubble. You're popping your cherry, popping your bubble. You're popping your cherry, pop in your bubble. You know what I mean? Speaking of altering brain chemistry, guys, I am not the same person that I was yesterday when I started the day because I watched I watched the Diddy doc by 50 Cent on Netflix. And to put it gently, I don't even want to talk about that documentary because of how much it fucking freaked me out. Like it actually freaked me out so much. It was so crazy because like I've heard of all these artists. I know of all these artists. That was like during like when my mom was like partying and like in her 20s, you know what I mean, was when that was going on. So to learn the lore, the backstory, and like the dark side, like I literally saw TikToks that people were like me waking up in the middle of the night making sure I don't hear a noise and it's Diddy. Like that's how I feel. Like I'm done talking about this because like that it shook me. But I think that you should watch it. But like everyone has been saying, 50 Cent has showed me that like I'm not enough of a hater. I thought I was a hater. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get pettier. You know what I mean? Like, and it really shows me that being a hater doesn't have to be a bad thing. Being a hater can actually be a good thing. Like expose the truth. I am a journalist just letting y'all know who the fuck this person actually is. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, literally, I knew that it shook me to my core because right after I finished it, I had to turn on. Meghan Markle came out with Meghan Sussex. I apologize. I love With Love Meghan. I love watching that. And they had a With Love Meghan Christmas special. So literally, I finished the Diddy doc and I was like, I need some serotonin. I need some THC. I need to see the light side of life, how beautiful life can be. I watched that I guess it would be a documentary. It's like a Christmas special. I watched it like twice. It was so good. I don't even know if it was so good or if it soothed my pre-Christmas brain and it soothed my post watching the Diddy doc thing. But go support Meghan. We love Meghan. My dream, honestly, has now shifted from so many things to I don't care what it takes. I'm going to become as successful as I possibly can be so Meghan Sussex can pick me to be on With Love Meghan. Like, guys, I want to be on With Love Meghan so bad. Like the food that she makes, like I have a side of me that's like could be on reality TV like Bravo. Like guys, you know how people always say like what's your big dream? What's your big dream? Like, you know what I mean? When I was little, I wanted to either be a track star or I wanted to be on reality TV after watching Basketball Wives LA. Like I just wanted to be like I remember there was this girl Drea and she was a video vixen and I feel like that's why I love Vegas because I get to like live out my 2000s coded video vixen self. You know what I mean? Like I just like love like the like 90s, 2000s aesthetic. I think it also just fits me. I feel like, you know what I feel like it is? I feel like your body and your own vibe tells you like where you should live. I know people have been saying that, but I really think it's true. Like guys, I don't have like a lot of curves. I really don't. Like, I'm fighting for my life to stay in my extra small. And so I feel like Vegas is really good for me because, like, that can be, it's not our beauty standard here. It really isn't. But it is like a beauty era that, like, fits here well. We're not the beauty standard here, my type of build, but we are, like, doing it well. You know what I mean? Like, the whole 2000s, 90s skinny, like, West Coast type of thing is like really easy to fit into. So I really do love that. I probably would fit in better in Cali though, based on that part. But like I remember seeing Basketball Wives LA, there was this girl Drea and she was like the youngest one out of all of the group of WAGs, wives and girlfriends of basketball players. She was like one of the younger ones and she like was low-key rich and everyone like was like she's only rich because she did bottle service, she was a video vixen, she does like modeling like for Playboy da da da. And I'm like, wait a minute. I would love to be a bottle server at a good club in Vegas, a video vixen. Like they're living my dream. That maybe that's why I was a communications major in college because like I literally could not see myself like going a typical like corporate route, like work way up through this. Like my plan is to just like do the cool like shit, you know what I mean? Where you eventually just like network your way into society. That is the plan. That is the goal. And honestly, some people are like, how's that working out for you? Pretty well, girl. Pretty well, because I moved to a place that fits that. I think that you guys should all like write down what you like want and then see what city fits that. I'm sure that you could tell ChatGPT what you want in a city, what your aesthetic is, what your even beauty standard is, because like you don't want to go to a place where you're a 5. You want to go to a place where you're a 10. You know what I mean? And then it will probably tell you, hey, I think this city would be good for you. People should start doing that. Like, honestly, I had no business living in Seattle. Like, I liked learning from it, but, like, it was not my vibe. I have met other people that where I'm like, you would love Seattle. Like, the fact that you haven't lived there, I know that you would slay. Me, I had to get the fuck out, but I think that you would do really well. You would do really well. Like, you got that over me. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I think that that will just help you like find out what city's meant for you. It reminds me of that trend that's going around that I really need a hot pod where it's like, in your 20s, someone will blank and you should say yes or you should say no. Like in your 20s, you're going to get the urge to move to a new city. It is very important that you follow through with that. But in your 20s, someone will ask to move in with you rent free. It is very important that you say no. That is my model that I've learned from moving to my cities is that. Wait, I need to really write that down on a piece of paper. That should be on a poster board. In your 20s, you will get the urge to move to a new city. You should say yes. But in your 20s, someone will ask to move in with you rent free. It is very important that you say no. If you do these two things, you can save yourself a whole lifetime of the freaking shit that I've dealt with. No, I'm honestly being for real. A lot of my friends, because I feel like Vegas is full of a lot of people that like weren't born here. A lot of my friends like are the long distance kids, and all of them say like moving to a new city, best thing I ever did. Letting my friend or a rando move in with me rent free, worst thing I ever did. And you will save yourself a lot of trouble. That goes for relationships too. Like you will save yourself so much trouble if you live by those two rules. You know what I mean? It's like it will stop you from wanting to do a redo. Oh my gosh, guys, another thing that you should live by in your 20s, you'll get the urge to change the background of your text messages with a new iOS 17 date. It is very important that you know the fact that everyone can see that you changed the background. Everyone can see that you changed the background. I did not know that. I kid you not, have changed the background on every text, no matter who the person is. On one friend, I have pink and yellow. The other one, I have a picture of the city because she reminds me of the city. On one of my friends, I put a picture of a mountain because we used to do track together, and it was like a desert mountain that reminded me of her. On another friend, on Emily's, when I visited her in Miami, our background is a picture of her dad's backyard because I thought it was really pretty, and I didn't know that other people can see that. I probably look like such a creep, and I only found out because my friend made a birthday text message, a group text, and she has a very like dark feminine aura. Like she's a Sagittarius, winter coded, you know what I mean? And so I changed the background to like this like midnight sunsetting sky, like very like pretty like a sky looks, but like very intense and like the indigo and a darker orange, you know what I mean? And she goes, LOL, that matches the vibe. And I'm like, oh, I don't know any of her friends. I don't know any of her friends. Like it's one of those things to where she just made a group text with all of the friends that she knows, and I changed the background. So in your 20s, be careful who you change the background on your text messages with. I've changed the background on my text with my bosses because he like gave me a gray aura, so I changed it to that. Like literally I look at people's auras and then I change the background to that. Imagine I hated someone and I put like some strange ass aura on Rachel. Also, thank you for showing love to Rachel's episode. We love Rachel. She did so good. On Rachel's background, because she's the cannabis queen, the background of ours, you can like do an AI playground thing, which I know I should be supporting AI and I don't support AI, but I just wanted to see what it was. So I typed in like, make like a cute aesthetic weed background with like some flowers, and it literally looks like smoking coming from like a weed plant with like pink flowers over it. Like it's so cute, but I didn't know that she could see that. She's probably like, oh wow, thanks, how creative. Like what? On my other friends, it's a pink background with two cherries because she's also like very sassy and diva-like, and she's like one of the first friends I met in Vegas where I was like, oh, she can out diva me any day. And so I made it that. I didn't know that she could see it. My other friend like just has a cute innocent vibe, and I made it a little bumblebee with cotton candy. Like, guys, do not change text background on everyone's text because they can always see it. So I'm going to be way more mindful of that going forward. Oh my gosh, speaking of going forward, we're going into 2026. I remember when 2026 sounded like it was so far away. Like I was like, I can't even imagine being that old. Here I am, 23. You know what I mean? I'm not old. Like the way that I see it is like Kim Kardashian didn't become famous till 27. And so I have until 27 to get my shit together. Like once I'm in my later 20s, okay, now I need to know a life path. I feel like everything before 25 is just like it's like you're still a teenager. You know what I mean? Like you can really fuck up and you have enough time to bounce back. So right now during my trial years, I'm trying to be as motivated as I can, but I'm also trying to like really enjoy it. I think that this year for New Year's, like I don't really do the whole New Year's resolution thing. Honestly, like to me, it's like, okay, I'm not going to change who I am just because it's a new year. If anything, I just like want to elevate who I was already. Like new year, same bitch, new year, better bitch. You know what I mean? And so I think that my New Year's resolution is just gonna be keep on keeping on. Don't give up. Abundance mindset, gratitude, like all the, the sayings that everyone says to say. That's my New Year's resolution. Everything that's meant for me will come to me. I attract a great life. But I am going to actually do an actionable New Year's resolution this year, actually, because I think that doing an actionable one is just kind of good. I want to stretch every single day, like just do some yoga or stretching 10 minutes during the day. I notice that like makes me like way happier because like I don't know, if you walk around with like your muscles tight, to me it's like I really don't think that you'll be as productive as you could be if you were like looser and your back didn't hurt. Like you'd be surprised how much like not stretching can like impact your life. Not to mention like I want to be moving and grooving in part of the water aerobics when I live in my retirement home. So I got to keep that nice and tight. My other reason for this resolution is because I want to get my splits. By this time next year, I will have my splits, mark my words. I just feel like as a woman, as the girl that I have morphed into, as the woman I have morphed into, I need to get my splits. I watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and here's the thing. There's multiple reasons why a girl would want her splits. Some would say it's to ride the dick. Okay, some people want splits in like a sexual way, which like fun, you know what I mean? I really want my splits because one, it's the best party trick. No matter what's going on at a party, if you hit the splits, you're better than everyone. And to me, it's just like you really like you could be a bad bitch all you want, but if you don't have the splits, that's something that someone will always have on you. There will always be someone better than you because you don't have your splits. And that's how I feel. I've actually like I've been in cheer, I did track, like I've done so many cool things that you would think that I had my splits. And I remember feeling insecure at one point in all of those settings because how good am I really if I don't have my splits? How good am I at yoga if I don't have my splits? You know what I mean? So I think the validation that I need is to get my splits. So I will be stretching every single day starting right now. Look, that's flexible. I was not able to do this time last year, and all I'm doing is like lifting my leg up while I'm sitting. Oh my gosh, this was supposed to be a mini episode. I feel like it's not going to be because I talk so much. Before we go though, there's a game I wanted to do with you guys. Woo woo. We haven't done a game in a while, you guys. I'm like so excited. It's not all the way a game because like there's only me on the mic right now, and to pretend like I was playing a game with someone would actually be cause to send me into the psych ward. So right now, what we're gonna do is a lot of y'all have like slid up on my stories because I be out, hitting the streets in concerts. Okay, here's the thing. In Vegas, yes, it's cool that we see celebrities a lot, you know what I mean? But we get to do it for free a lot of times. And the best part about it is that like it's on your own terms. They usually come back multiple times and you get to see like so many artists in one year. And I really like music, so it's been fun. Like there'll be times where I'm just like on a random Thursday, should I go to the bar or should I go see Metro Boomin? Like you don't get that option in a lot of places. So I'm going to do rating the artists that I've seen in Vegas. Rating the artists I've seen in Vegas. That way you know if you should go to their concert, or that way you just like know the vibe, because I think that's really important. So let me pull up the photos right now. Okay, this is like purely off of memory, but I'm using my photo album to kind of help guide me through it. Actually, no, I'm not using my photo album. I'm just gonna use my Vegas highlight on Instagram. These Instagram highlights are so good. I've been seeing people post their Spotify Wrapped. Okay, the first person I saw in Vegas was Sway Lee. I would rate Sway Lee 9 out of 10. He had a really good performance. He had so much energy. Honestly, I'd give him a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for Sway Lee. He had so much energy. He was like super into the crowd. Like you could just tell that he loved his job. Then I saw Janae Aiko. I would give Janae a 7 out of 10. She was like really, really late, which like, I mean, everyone has their own life and things going on, but it was just a really long time to wait. And I love Janae Aiko's music, but since she is more of like a softer R&B girl, like she kind of like just like stood around and like sat down, like very like, like how you would do a concert if you're Janae Aiko. I wouldn't be jumping around if I were Janae Aiko. I would be like sitting on like some aesthetic thing being like, oh. And so like that was fun seeing her, but it is a little bit less interactive. So that's why I would give it that rating. Okay. Next, who did I see? Dom Dalla. I don't really remember Dom Dalla. Dom Dalla was good. I don't really remember, so I'm just gonna give it a 7 out of 10. It looked like I had fun, but I think that he just like did like a normal mix. You know what I mean? It doesn't really. It's not one that stands out to me. That's all I have to say. Fun, didn't stand out. Metro Boomin. Metro Boomin, I will give 9 out of 10. I loved seeing Metro. Actually, I'd give Metro 10 out of 10. Maybe I'm too nice, but I feel like for a producer, he gave a really good performance. He was walking around, he was rapping, you know what I mean? Like he really like played the good stuff. I feel like Metro was really good. Metro 10 out of 10. And I love all his songs. Like even if he wasn't doing anything, he produces some of the best songs. So that was really fun. Okay. Let's see who's next. Dom Tolliver, 5 out of 10, honestly. He came on late and like honestly didn't really do a lot of crowd interaction. It was honestly very underwhelming. But still good. Like he has good music, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, he didn't. I don't think he wanted to be there. Going through your story highlights is definitely something you have to do once a year. Okay, I saw Porter Robinson. He's a rock artist, I think. I actually did not know who he was. I just wanted to go to the club. And so I would give him an honestly like a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Like he did really good. Like he did really good. He wasn't my type of music, but I still managed to have a lot of fun. And I think that's how you know when an artist is really good. When like their music isn't your necessarily thing, but you still have a great time. So he did really good. It's probably even more fun if you actually like him. I saw Fisher. Fisher, I would give a 6 out of 10 when I saw him. I saw him before EDC, so I think that he was just like saving his energy. I would give him 6 out of 10 for performance, but just because I would give him a 6 out of 10. Like I would go see him again. You know what I mean? But like he wouldn't be someone that I would be like, oh my God, I have to go see you again. Like I would go see him again at a music festival or like just because I wanted to go to the club. So yeah, 6 out of 10 for Fisher. Kaylani, 10 out of 10. Every time my girl eats, bonus points when she brought K1 twice. I've seen Kaylani, I think 3 times, and that doesn't even count Seattle, but she brought K1 out, and guys, honestly, I never told y'all, but so we were in the section with Kaylani, but like basically the way that they do it is like we were part of the same section, but like she was sectioned off within that section, if that makes sense. So like we were kind of like behind them, you know, and I heard K1 talking to their, I think, makeup artist. I think it's Kaylani's makeup artist or hairstylist. I don't really know. And the hairstylist was like, "Oh, don't pretend like you ain't with that. Like don't pretend like that's not your type. Like don't pretend y'all aren't together." And Kaylani was like, "Ha ha 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 ha." And then she was like, "Girl," and then the makeup artist was like, "Girl, everyone knows." And Kaylani's like, "Nah, like you know, you right." And so I actually knew when they were official before everyone else. I knew when they were official before everyone else because I was listening. Oh my God, The Weeknd and Playboy Cardi. Playboy Cardi, I give a freaking 5 out of 10, honestly. He doesn't sound like how he does on his music at all. And his like performance, his stage performance was not really good. The Weeknd, 11 out of 10. Art, like just straight art. He's such a good singer. He is like the type to where like he doesn't even need the song to be playing, and he does like his own remix because he just knows how to pipe those vocals. Also, we eye fucked 3 times, so gotta give that to him. And I want to get a tattoo after going to this concert. I want to get a tattoo after going to the Weeknd's concert. But to be fair, I am biased. I'm definitely like a longtime fan. He's always number 1 on my Spotify Wrapped every single year. Okay, I saw Shaq. Shaq was definitely interesting. We were like right next to him. It's funny because he's such a big dude. I'd give him like a 6 out of 10. Like it was fun. I had never really headbanged before, but like he kind of just played some music and goes, "Let's turn up. Show me the fucking music." Like he just kind of like plays good headbangers and then talks in his deep voice on the mic. So it was cool. Yeah, he was cool. Okay, Tyga, I'm gonna be honest. I had been wanting to see him, and by the time he came out, I was blacked out. I have a video of him on my story, but I literally question mark out of 10. Not applicable for Tyga. I can't give Tyga a rating because I don't remember his performance. But I mean, I was drunk, so that's a good thing. But I don't think I really even was paying attention. So do with that what you will. I feel like Tyga's just a good person to like go see for the nostalgia. You know what I mean? Who else have I seen? Pauly D. I want to apologize to Pauly D. I accidentally made a TikTok and I didn't intend for it to get the amount of bullying for Pauly D that I did. Like, I accidentally made a TikTok that went slightly viral, and now everyone's hating on Pauly D in the comments, and I feel really bad because I didn't mean to bring all the Pauly D haters together. I actually like Pauly D. What I said in the TikTok was maturing is realizing that he does nothing during his stage set, but, like, maturing is realizing that most of the artists don't do a lot of stuff during their stage set. Like, that's why I really liked, like, Sway Lee, Janae Aiko, Kehlani, The Weeknd. Like, that's why those ones stood out to me. It's because they were doing more than they had to, where a lot of people just like play their tracks and they're kind of just jumping around getting drunk with us, you know what I mean? And that's what Pauly D was doing. But like, I'm not going to see Pauly D because I think that he has the best music. I'm going for his vibe because like Jersey Shore, he's just like Tyga, Shaq, you know what I mean? Like it's more for him than it is his music. And yeah, I accidentally brought them all together. Like everyone was shitting on him and I just would be like, guys, like I don't mean to hate on him. Like it really wasn't that deep. But I think like it's not my fault. The internet just makes everything deep. But we got right behind him. Like we literally were like standing directly behind him, which was pretty cool. So like that's how I knew that he wasn't doing that much because I was like right behind him. I was right next to him. Okay, that's all that I've seen in Vegas so far. Those are the artists. Do with that what you will. Now you know who's worth seeing, who's not. Yeah. Well, that is all that I have for you guys this week. I hope you guys have a wonderful new year. Our next episode of Tease will be on... I can actually let y'all know the date right now because I want to make sure it doesn't get confusing for the holidays. So the next episode of Tease will be on January 12th. We're going to have a holiday break for like 2 weeks. So January 12th, Tease will be back. And maybe back earlier, honestly. If I'm like on and poppin', then I might just hit y'all with the January 5th one. You know what I mean? But right now I'm saying January 12th. Stay tuned. Be sure to rate and review. Please 5 stars. Guys, I know there's a lot of y'all that listen to this. It wouldn't hurt you to just give it a thumbs up and rate it 5 stars on Spotify and Apple Music. Like, please, come on. I have enough haters. I need the teasers to stick up for me. Subscribe on YouTube at Tease Podcast, at Tease Pod on Instagram, Tease Podcast on everything else, like TikTok has been on and poppin'. And I will see you teasers next Tease Tuesday. I love you guys. Bye.